reason to be.
We'll go ahead and call this meeting to order. Today's date is July 21st, 2025, and this is the Board of Public Works and Safety. Everybody could please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you all. You may be seated. Okay. First item is the adoption of the agenda. Are there any additions to the agenda?
I have none.
Is there a motion to approve?
Make a motion.
Motion made by Adam, and I'll second that. All those in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Agenda stands approved. Next is presentation of minutes for your approval. These are from your July 7th meeting. Are there any changes or corrections to those minutes as presented?
Didn't see any.
Okay.
Make a motion to approve.
And I'll second that. Any further discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Minutes approved. Next is comments of citizens. If there are any citizens that would like to make comments for anything that's not on the agenda, come up to the microphone, state your name and address for the minutes. All right. Seeing none, we'll move on to your to the department head reports. We'll start first with Chris Toothman.
Thanks, Mayor. Board, I didn't have a written report. I just wanted to mention a few things. For the last week, we've been clearing some easements and right-of-ways, kind of back behind Barkhamstead and the Envision Eye Center on the Branchville line. We've cleared them out pretty good. We've actually found about 5 manholes that we didn't have access to and didn't know where they were. So we found them and we've got them marked and mapped. So
Where were those at?
behind Barkhamstead and Envision Eye Care in that area on the Branchville line.
Oh, good. Okay.
And I know last week or 2 weeks ago we talked about a bunch of sinkholes in the area. This week that's what we're doing is repairing all those sinkholes. And next week I'll have a detailed list of what happened and what's going on with them.
Okay. I saw the one on that slots in 16th-ish was marked.
Yeah, and Greg's been following the pavers around, so make sure they don't cover anything up. So, and we did get that one over there by Fisher's repaved, so
Good.
or patched.
Yeah.
That's all I have.
Any questions for Chris?
No.
All right. Thank you, Chris. Steve Goodson, Building and Zoning.
Do not have anything, Mayor.
No report. Albie Stiff, Greenwood Cemetery.
No report.
No report. Chief Lundy, Tell City Fire Department.
Mayor, I don't have a written report, just we're gearing up for Swatch Fest for the usual activities we'll be involved in, clean up
Okay.
afterwards. And I believe we're going to try to do Wednesday night like we did last
Yep.
year, have a display here, and equipment and everything like that, so.
I think the kids really enjoyed it last
Yep.
year. And
Yeah, we had some good community relations there, so we
Sure.
definitely want to keep doing that, so.
That's great.
Other than that, everything's been
Yeah,
fairly uneventful.
we don't talk about
Yeah.
that. That's one of those things you just don't say.
Yeah.
Any questions for Chief?
All right.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you, Chief. Andy Hicks, Telsey Electric. Steve Parker, Parks and Rec. It's not going to miss a chance, are you?
I just want to take the time to thank everybody that's volunteered down at the concession stand. Mike Finley, Brian Steen, you, Connie, Derek Llewellyn, his wife,
Gerald was there.
Gerald, Steve Goodson and his wife, Gerald,
Doty. Bunch of
Doty.
us, yeah.
I think Brandy stopped in the treasurer's office.
Nicole helped, I think, for one day, it
Yeah.
seemed like, yeah.
So everybody that's volunteered their time, appreciate it. So we've hosted 3 tournaments so far. Every tournament's, we've had rain, but it's going well. Only had to cancel one.
It's a lot of work, but you know, I think it's good that we are kind of taking the initiative to learn a little bit. So as we're doing budgeting and just trying to get overall idea of the complex and how it works, we are getting to see it and experience it firsthand. I mean, what better way to learn than actually do it? I mean, and I tell you, spending 5, 10, 12 hours, whatever, it's a lot. It's a lot. So.
A lot of hours at the
It
fields.
is, and you put a lot of hours in too, so thank you to you and your team also. I mean, I'd hate to know how many hours you actually put in that you're not even paid for. I mean, it's a substantial amount. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Very appreciative, so.
Thank y'all.
All right, thank you. All right, Jim Holmes, Street Department, Trash Department, he does have a report. He's got two-ish, one in another paper about the cleanup part, but yeah.
Yeah. I don't really have anything other than what's on that paper.
Okay.
We're just gearing up for Swatch Fest, trying to get stuff cut and trimmed and such.
It's been I know some people, made comments that, why isn't this cleaned up yet, or why isn't that, mowed or trimmed? It's been a different, and I think anybody who has a lawn will say, wow, the mowing is every week. If you can almost do it twice in a week, depends on how it is, because, it goes from a rain to 100 degrees almost. Rain, 100 degrees. I mean, it's like every other day, one or the other. And
It's the perfect storm.
it is for
grass.
weeds and grass and trees and just anything and everything to grow quickly. Typically in July, you may mow twice in some areas, depends, but you probably mowed each area probably 4 or 5 times, some of them. So it's a lot to do, and I hope people do understand that. I mean, you only have so many employees, so much time to get a lot done. Not to mention the flood did put us behind. I know it's kind of an excuse people are tired of hearing, but there was a lot
did,
more to it than
yeah.
what you think, than just, let's go pick up some driftwood and scoop up some dirt. There was a lot more to it than that. I've seen them haul, I couldn't even tell you how many loads of driftwood out back there that one day. And they were going at it, so. I just want to explain that as people say things, and I hope that helps. One thing I do want to point out, Jim messaged me, I don't know, last week or so about the fogging. So people with mosquitoes, comes lots of rain, which we had. Some mosquitoes, he has been out fogging, so
Yeah.
that will continue to help the overall mosquito population, we hope, right?
We hope, yeah.
That's the plan. Standing water is their enemy when it comes to that. Adam, do you have any questions for Jim? Is there anything specific in your report that you want to highlight?
Not really. We about broke even with the cleanup, the big trash cleanup. We didn't figure labor into it or anything, but we did all right.
Well-
Didn't go in a hole.
We got to realize, that's something that it's, I guess you could say, in some cases, it might have been junk that was outside that's gone, it's disposed of to
Yeah.
help clean up the city. So it's also a service for our residents in a way too.
People appreciate
so.
it.
All right,
I like it. Appreciate the report.
yeah,
All right.
good job on it. Thank you, Jim. All right, Assistant Chief Flamion. So we kind of saved the best for last, right? Is that why you sat down there?
Evening, Mayor Board. Just a couple things, just to give you guys an update on our hiring process. We have so far had 20 dispatchers put in for the hiring process, and we're going to be starting the interviews probably here soon, within the next week or so. On the officers' opening position, we've had 19 that has applied, and we've actually already started the physical agility test this past weekend. And we will continue for this upcoming weekend as well to start this testing. So that was just an update on our process, and we've got several applicants that's put in, which is really good. The only other thing is I need to bring to attention is National Night Out is coming out, Police National Night Out. We are set for September the 2nd from 5 to 7. So we are asking permission to use the pool parking lot again,
So what day was that, September 22nd, you said?
the 2nd.
Oh, the 2nd, okay.
Yes, from 5 PM to 7 PM. So what we may need is we may need a little bit of electricity, some hookups, and the bathrooms to be able to use those. We're not requesting the splash pad this year, it being already that late.
The splash pad would be on still.
Would it?
September 2nd, the pool will be closed, but the splash pad should still be on at September 2nd.
Okay.
We normally don't close that towards the end or endish of September, October, depends on usage and weather.
Okay. I mean, if that's available, that was awesome. It was a good turnout last year.
Which restrooms are you going to want, the ones at the pool or the ones over by the tennis court, tennis, pickleball, that area? Which ones do you
I would
prefer?
say over there by the pickleball. Especially if we're not going to use the splash pad, and if it's closed, there's no real reason to use that.
Well, the splash pad will be open, though.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the pool house might be just as easy, because it's got that family bathroom outside
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
The tennis ones already be open still. So I'm saying just
So
leave
if both
it,
of them are open, we shouldn't.
and the family bathroom should be open still then, but that would be enough, I think.
Okay.
So we don't have to change anything, so.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, if the splash pad is still open, assumed it was going to be
The
closed
kids
by
had
that
fun
time,
last
but
year, splash
they did.
pad and the water guns and.
They did.
I mean, they
Yep,
enjoyed
they had a good
everything.
time. So, yeah, we would like to use the pool parking lot again. That was quite a bit of space for us, and it was a good opportunity, and it's here in town, so.
You gonna need any barricades to close anything off in some areas down there? I can't remember last year if you had, you had a couple last year, but I don't,
No, we should be good. If nothing else, we could use a police vehicle if need to be or something, but we keep that open both ways, coming in and out, so.
I know you do that, but I know the parking lot spot, like when you first come down, I feel like there was something there last year, that's a barricade, or maybe it's a vehicle, I don't really,
Yeah, we had it kind of roped off a little bit for tents, because we had the tents, if you remember, along the whole
Oh,
pool
yeah.
side, and then the vehicles
right.
and stuff were out in the parking lot.
that's right. Okay. Well, if you need anything, just let Jim or Steve know. Steve might have barricades right there by it, I don't know.
Sure, I mean,
You may have cones, not barricades pretty much, but yeah.
I'll get with Jim if
Okay.
we need something.
Do you have any questions, Adam, on that?
I don't.
All right, is there a motion to approve?
Make a motion.
And I'll second that. Any further discussion? All those in favor, signify by saying aye. Aye, opposed, motion carried. All right.
That's all I have.
Any questions for Assistant Chief? No.
I
Thank you.
guess.
All right, that concludes the department head reports. One thing that we do need to still approve is the wastewater adjustments. You want to take a look at them real quick?
Chris is.
Chris
okay
and,
with it,
Chris
I'm
and Gerald
okay
have
with it.
approved them.
Yeah.
I don't know about Gerald. He hasn't had a chance to look at them probably since he's been out. but-
I'm okay with it.
All right. So motion to approve?
I'll make a motion.
Okay, and I'll second. Any further discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed? Motion's approved. All right, there is no old business, so we'll jump right down to new business. First item is the removal of handicap parking sign at 917 Mozart Street. The resident that lives there no longer is in need of that sign, so it's something that, which is great. When a resident, doesn't need it, they call and let us know to remove it so it doesn't get left there, because sometimes they kind of get lost in the weeds and people will move and new people move in and they're wondering, why is this sign here? So, is there a motion to approve?
Yeah, I'll approve for removing.
All right, and I'll second that. Any further discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed, motion carried. All right, next item is item B, Behind the Times Bakery, Cars and Coffee, and we have Ethan Wheatley here representing them. I believe they had their first, 3 weeks ago?
Yes.
Something like that, and I heard it was pretty successful.
I believe we had about 40 cars. I didn't get a chance to count with running back and forth, but
Yeah.
that was pretty successful turnout. So we're just looking to do the same thing this Sunday.
The same times as before?
Yes, 8 to 11.
8 to 11? Okay. The barricades, all that worked out fine?
Yeah, they work great.
I'll make
Just
a motion to
put them
approve.
out for him and,
Yes, please.
okay. Motion made by Adam. I'll second that. Any further discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye, opposed, motion carried. Thank you, Ethan.
Thank you.
Okay, moving on to item C. We have Nathan, is it Staton with the car show? I'll let Steve touch base on that. Is that the one at the sports complex? Steve's like, me? This Steve? No.
A gentleman reached out wanting to know if he could use the sports complex parking lot sometime in October, I believe.
Yeah, I don't remember the date.
I told him to come to you all for approval since it's in a neighborhood.
Yeah.
That's where I left it off with him.
Okay. I don't remember the date. The only thing is a car show, it wouldn't hurt to find out because you'll need some type of liability insurance. I mean, I don't think there's really any charge for it because he's not using anything. And it's going to be in October.
I believe it was October. if
We
I-
better confirm this date because I know we got some tournaments in October. I don't want those to conflict.
Right.
Depends on if they're 2-day tournaments or one. Most are 2, but he might get lucky.
Yeah.
Because that'd be the same time, be early in the morning they start. So, I mean, it won't hurt to push that to the next one really anyways. I mean, we'll have them next is August the 4th. That's our next meeting. And at least we can have more details and make sure he's aware that he needs to have insurance, not just, hey, everybody come down here and park, let's show the cars off. You know, I think it's the last thing we want is,
Is he with an organization or just an individual? Or?
I don't recall.
Yeah, because sometimes they'll have food vendors, and so probably need to know that too, if he's
Okay.
gonna have food vendors or need porta potties down there, assuming
yeah.
we're not gonna, that's not gonna be rented, so all that'll
Yeah.
kind of be off.
Yeah, because restrooms should still be open then
Yes.
if we're having tournaments. So that will take care of that, but we're not gonna go open up the concessions to sell
Yeah.
down there. We're kind of concessioned out sometimes,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, just a little more information, or have him come in and explain it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna circle this, hang on
So
a
we'll
second.
Send it to the next meeting on
Yeah.
the 4th.
Do you want to just make a motion to table it for the next meeting?
Yeah, I'll make a motion to table for
Okay.
the
And I'll
August
second,
meeting.
I'll second that. Any further discussion?
None.
All those in favor, signal by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. Okay, keep on second on our note. All right, next item is item D, you have your curb cut at 1134 19th Street. Steve, can you, or Chris, can you update us a little bit on that one? I don't know much on that one.
I think the curb committee has taken a look at it. Everybody's good with it.
Okay, good deal.
Make a motion to approve.
And I'll second. Any further discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. All right, next item is item E. This is your amendment to the contract for the State Route 66 project. This is kind of an addition in a ways, but it is an amendment here for them to do the engineering work. As part of the sidewalk project, the sidewalk will actually turn there at William Tell Boulevard and go east on the north side of William Tell Boulevard there. Kind of like a little ditch there and crosses the Smith Drive or Smith Hill Road,
Okay.
I'm not sure. And so it's just amendment to it for that service to engineer it and finish up the design plans. As they'll let this project, I'm gonna say it's around November, December is when they'll start taking the
What
bids
was
on
the
it. so.
reason for the expansion?
Well, it actually, this was part of our responsibility or our stipulations when we got the grant for this. It just wasn't in an initial contract because it's supposed to be, was kind of treated separately. So, but now when it gets bid, it can be like an alternative, I would say, is that the same contractor doing the 66 sidewalks could do this one. Which
Okay.
might make sense, it might save some money, I don't know. But is that right, Janice, in a nutshell?
Yeah, I think it had to be designed to federal specs to be able to be bid at the same time as the rest of the sidewalk.
Yeah.
So that's the additional cost too
Yes.
for all that. I know we had jokingly talked about the sidewalk size and hopefully no one gets electric vehicles on there. Is there been any discussion about reducing that size?
No, the only thing we could fix that by just some posts in the middle, and signage, I guess, obviously, if it becomes an issue, somebody's driving a golf
Well,
cart.
I mean, we run into a lot with our wide streets and everything, the cost of everything. I thought instead of having a huge wide sidewalk, to make it more of a standard sidewalk, and
5 or 6 feet is standard, I want to say 6 is,
I thought 4 was standard.
we was told today around 5, because we was hoping this one could be 5 foot, because they originally were going to make it 6. I'm like, can we do 5? You know, cutting costs and trying
Yeah.
to keep it somewhat reasonable. They'd let me go down to 3, I'd have done 3. I mean, I was ready to do a lot, but, yeah, I don't think we can make it much smaller than 5.
It
But I
might
think
be worth looking at if there is a federal guideline. I mean, I think 4 foot seems pretty wide. I don't know what ours are here.
Yeah, well, I think they kind of vary depending on the neighborhood. In some areas, it's 3, and I've seen 4, and I've seen some that's almost like 2, but
Yeah.
it's mainly up to your house, but that don't really matter there. Yeah, 6 foot is a pretty wide sidewalk. I mean, I was kind of worried about somebody driving a golf cart or something, you know, or side by side or something on it, thinking it's a little express lane there for those. But if that becomes an issue, I'm sure there's some type of a ballard or some sort that we could put there that would, at the beginning of each one, or something that would still allow people to walk past it, or anybody that's in a, you know, disability to get around it, but not allow something that large on there. If it does, the police will, actually, they could cite them, but also you could revoke their privileges of having that vehicle if they're not following the rules that we put out, so. It may happen once, it may happen twice, but once you start enforcing it, I don't think you'll see much, if any, of that happening again. I hope it don't happen at all.
Yeah, I mean, if this is a cost we have to take, then, you know, I would say if we could reduce some size to offset that, but.
Oh,
I
I've
mean,
tried. I will. Trust me,
Yeah.
I'm gonna reduce it. I
Yeah.
wanna make it smaller if we can. Not say small enough where it's not like usable, but reasonable
Yeah,
is the better word, I guess. So,
but I mean, we have to have this, so I guess there's nothing to push back on, so I'll make a motion to approve it.
okay, and I'll second that. Any further discussion? All those in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. That concludes the new business. So under mayor's report, I did attend a great kind of I guess you'd call it a workshop maybe, but more like a listening session with other mayors around the area here, down to Evansville, and they kind of talked a lot about different projects they've had going on and funding and how they're doing them and other exciting projects coming up, and left there with a lot of really good ideas and things that they're doing, and we're doing a lot of them too, that they are, so it's kind of nice to hear that, but just some of their approaches and how they did it versus how we did it, and we all came out with the same result at the end, but it was still really neat. Also, just want to mention, we have half pot for Schweitzer Fest now going on, so if anybody's interested in our half pot tickets, they can go over to the William Tell Center now and get those. And then Schweitzer Fest will be here before you know it.
I've been told, just maybe so everyone out there can hear it, is the half pot a little different where we're doing?
It
Is
is.
there 3 or 4 different winners?
Yeah, in a way. So the first night, they're going to do a drawing on Wednesday night for $500.
Okay.
And then Thursday night, it's $1,000. And then Friday night, it's $1,500. And Saturday, second place or runner-up would get $2,000.
Okay.
But they'll still have the grand half pot at the end too, just normal. So those numbers will be on top of all that. So, and if you say you win on Wednesday, your number gets put back in. You could win on Thursday and Friday, Saturday, and maybe the grand prize win it all.
I heard that in another meeting, and actually in that other meeting, there was kind of a complaint that not that we advertise it, but why isn't that being pushed? So people will start buying early.
Well, we had a news, Tri-State homepage came in, did an interview that was on the news. They're doing some stuff on social media that I'm not in on that part as much, what they're doing.
And this was over a week ago, so it may be addressed by now.
The next big thing, and I don't know all the details on it, but you'll actually be able to, if you're in a certain mile or a certain range of, I think it's City Hall's actual site, you'll be able to buy your half pot tickets online by scanning a QR code, which is really neat. I haven't tried it out because I don't want to win it personally because it just wouldn't look good. So
Yeah.
you won't see me buying one. Let somebody else buy it. Let somebody else win.
You give me the money and use my phone.
Yeah. Oh, it would be nice to win that, but the headache and the backlash wouldn't go well. So no, let somebody else win it. Any questions on the half pot on that? Thank you for bringing it up and kind of have me explain it. If there's nothing else to come, then I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
I'll make a motion.
And I'll second. All those in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Meeting adjourned.